Hi, I'm Professor Black. Welcome to CIS 110. It is great to have you here. A lot of you by now have been in the class and if you've taken a little look around, and a lot of you have already actually even done the introduction discussion. So it is wonderful to meet you, and I hope to get to know you even better over the next 8 weeks. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about the course. If you have not already taken a little tour yourself, this will be useful for you. One of the avenues in the course that offers a great deal of information to you is the course information tab located over on the left-hand column of your menu. So under the course information is several different items, including the syllabus. So if you haven't taken a look at the syllabus yet, take a look at it, download it, you can refer to it. It has a lot of information in there that's good for you. Anytime you're taking a course, it's a good idea to get that snapshot of what's going to go on. Another useful bit of information underneath there is how to download Office 365. If you have already done that, no need to look at it again, but if you have not and you're wondering how to do this, we're going to be doing Word, Excel, PowerPoint. If you don't have Office 365 yet, that will give you the information on how to get it. There is also the library resources. This is not really something that you need too much for this class, but we have it available to all students, so it's in all classes. There's a link there if you want to take a look at that, see what it is, and that way if you do wind up needing it, you already know what they offer. It also includes the discussion board criteria on how you're going to go in. Each week we'll have a discussion. You'll go into that particular unit, you'll answer the questions. They are typically, other than the first week, they're typically due on Wednesdays, and then last week, week 8's a little different as well. But usually they're due on Wednesdays, and then after Wednesday you go in and you reply to your classmates, and those replies are due by Sunday. You want to make sure that you answer, if there's 3 questions, answer all 3 of them. And you want to make sure that when you're replying to your classmates that you give some type of input. Keep it academic related. Let's try to move above and beyond. That's great. Let's try to keep it a conversation. If we were in class and I asked you to name something, think about how you would answer that, and then also how you would build on your classmates' answers. So it's going to be very similar to being in class. It mimics the classroom experience. That's the whole purpose of it. So let's use it, and then I will go in and I will grade those, and I will tell you this is great. Maybe add a little bit more. So we'll have that each week. Another item that we will have starting next week is called a simulation. Simulation is a step-by-step instruction on how to complete the activity that we are working on that week. And something that I want to point out about that is that you have to complete it 100%. Once you completed all the steps, it'll give you a 100 in the grade book, but if you don't complete it all the way, you do not receive credit. So it's just kind of out there in limbo. So make sure that you complete that. And if you don't complete it, you can go in and do it again. Looking at my notes here. Okay, assignments. Assignments start next week as well. You'll have an assignment. There are learning materials in the course, videos, textbooks, things like that. No, it's nothing in the textbook task related is required. The only information in this class that's required tasks are the tasks that are listed underneath the unit. So unit 1, there's a discussion board, a knowledge check, and a journal. Okay, nothing else, nothing from that Lumens textbook. But you will have assignments each week. You'll look at the learning material resources. They'll give you the background information that you need. You can do the simulation, and then you go in and you do the assignment, and you will submit the assignment. And next week, we'll give you information on how to do that as well. Just a couple more things on my list here. Ask the Instructor discussion board is available. Anytime you have a question, don't ask about grades and things like that. If you have a question about your grades or something more personal, email me. But if you want to ask a question about, hey, how do I access the the journal as a great place to ask that. I can go and I can answer, and then if anybody else has a question, they can see it too. So any of your classmates can see the questions and the answers in the Ask the Instructor. But please just be aware that it may take me up to 24 hours to give you an answer. So if something is due Sunday night, try not to ask Sunday at 10 p.m. because I may not see it until the next day. Which leads me to the very last item on my agenda here is if you need me, there's 3 avenues. There's the discussion, Ask the Instructor, there's the email, and there's also Teams, which is kind of like my office hours. If I was on campus, you'd be able to come into my office Wednesday nights, 6 to 8. But since I'm not on campus, I'm actually near Cincinnati, Ohio. We can just meet on Teams. So if you need me, Wednesday nights is a good time. Other than that, if you need to make an appointment, we can do that too. We can schedule a time. So for this week, you have the discussion board, the knowledge check, and the journal entry. And a few of you were having a little bit of a problem finding how to do the journal entry, and it definitely is a little, it's not as flamboyant, it doesn't really tell you exactly where to click. So underneath Unit 1 Journal, there is a small gray line that says Create Journal Entry. That is where you click, and that's where you start your journal. And the journal is just for me and you, information back and forth between us. So if there's something that you want me to know about, that you've never used a computer, you've never used PowerPoint, feel free to put that in there. But please do not let the idea that you haven't used it keep you from focusing on how to get through this class. We will go over the very basics of Word, the basics of Excel, and the basics of PowerPoint. We will literally start with step 1. Office 365, this is the icon, this is how you open, this is how you save. So it will give you the steps that you need to get through it. If at any time that you feel like you need a little assistance, reach out to me and I can hook you up with a student success advisor. Okay, so that is all I have for today. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and please try to get all of your work done by Sunday night. I will talk to you soon. Bye.